मैनू नाज़गी राज़गी राज़गी में मैनू पाज़गी पाज़गी में मैनू मैनू दे मैनू राज़गी राज़गी Transitional epithelium. So, compound epithelium, last topic back is a transitional epithelium. In the topic of compound epithelium, we have the last topic, transitional epithelium. So, transitional epithelium is a type of compound epithelium. That means the cells are arranged in multiple layers. Okay. So the title or the name transitional epithelium consists of the word transitional, and the word means changing. Why is it called changing? Because in transitional epithelium there is change in structure and shape of cells present in that epithelium. Why? Because this epithelium can very important stretch. Woo. So, how does the change in structure or shape of cells take place? For that, I'm going to show you the diagram of this epithelium. So, initially, the diagram is going to show transitional epithelium when it is not stretched. So, we have the basal cells, right, or cells at the bottom layer, and these cells at the bottom layer are small in size. They are not much large, they are small in size, just like these. Then comes the cells of the middle layer. In the middle layer, the cells are pear-shaped, just like this. Pear-shaped भन्नाले तिम्रो नासपाती जस्तो हुन्छ भन्न खोजेको के नासपाती जस्तो. And finally, the cells of topmost layer are dome shaped. जस्तै स्वयम्भुनाथमा डोम छ नि त्यस्तै परेको छैन टाउको, त्यसैले that's why it's called dome shaped. So the cells at the bottom are small sized cells. In the middle, you have the larger pear-like cells. And at the top, you have dome-shaped cells. So this is your epithelium when the epithelium is not stretched. Once you stretch this epithelium, changes take place. And due to this change, the name to this epithelium has been given transitional epithelium. What are the changes? First, I'll show you through diagram. So after it gets stretched, it looks something like this. Bam, 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 bam. What changes have you noticed? There are two major changes that have taken place. So this is when the epithelium is unstretched, and this is when the epithelium is finally stretched. The first change is change in shape of cells. Why? As you can see, cells have become flat. And second is change in number of layers these cells are arranged in. So number of layers have decreased. That's why it's called transitional epithelium. Okay, so now let me show you some really basic concept. So suppose here I have a balloon. This balloon is inflated. What I do with this balloon is that fill it with water. When I fill this balloon with water, what happens? the wall of the balloon gets stressed, right? Wall gets stressed when the balloon is filled with water. Similarly, here you have a flexible pipe through which no water is running. Once water starts to run through this flexible pipe, a bump can be seen. That is because the wall gets stressed when water flows through this pipe. Similarly, in urinary system as well, there are structures through which urine passes, and there are structure where the urine gets stored, and those structures need to stretch so that urine can either flow or get stored there, and in those structures transitional epithelium is found. Let me show you. This is your urinary system. So your urinary system consists of kidney, obviously. First, the urine that has been formed passes through minor calyces. Then the urine that passes through minor calyces, they combine to form major calyx. These major calyx, they combine to form pelvis, and finally this pelvis, wait, let me use a different pen. This pen has died out of ink. Combine to form pelvis, and this pelvis, it extends to form ureter, which opens into your urinary bladder. Okay, so here's your urinary bladder. This is another opening for the another ureter, and this is the opening for urethra through which the urine gets expelled out. So urine formation takes place in your kidney, passes through your minor calyces, enters into your major calyx, which combine to form pelvis, and then passes through the ureter, gets stored into the urinary bladder, and gets expelled out of your body through urethra. What are the structures? Your minor calyx, there's your major calyx, there's your pelvis, there's your ureter, there's your urinary bladder, and then there's your urethra. All these parts are lined by your transitional epithelium. Since transitional epithelium lines the majority of your urinary system, it's also known as urothelial tissue. And that's your transitional epithelium. Okay, so transitional epithelium is a type of compound epithelium, that is, the cells are arranged in multiple layers. It's called transitional because when stressed, the structure and shape of the cells present in this epithelium so change. For example, this is your transitional epithelium when it is unstressed. Once it gets stressed, the cells become flat, and the number of layers of the cells also decreases. Transitional epithelium is also known as urothelial tissue because it is found lining the majority of your urinary system, the parts through which urine flows or gets stored. So which are those parts? That's your minor calyx, major calyx, pelvis, ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. Boom!